Okay, guys, today I have a story for you that you're probably not going to believe is even true when I first tell it, but believe me, as I give you the details, it's going to be a lot more embarrassing than it is amazing. Here it comes. Stay tuned. Oh man, having been a dating coach for 11 years now, there are things that are being taught to guys out there that I just can't believe. Now, I know some of it is being kind of passed down from people and just sort of being copied over the years as if it's true. But man, some of it is because guys think they want a certain result, when in reality, the truth is not as glamorous as the imagination would lead one to believe. Now, the first example that comes to mind here is this whole idea of getting laid in 10 minutes. I remember there was all kinds of pickup advice on how to drag a woman into a bathroom stall at a club in 10 minutes. Then another guy would come along and go, well, mine's called 8-minute seduction. Wow. Speed to sex as a holy grail. Go figure. Now, I actually have a little story that I've got to share with you. It's almost like I'm admitting it to you. My first sexual experience with a girl was when I was 15 years old. I met her on the beach, and I was in her pants in under 10 minutes. Don't ask me how I did it. All I know is her friend came up to me and said, hey, do you think my friend's cute? And I looked over and I said, yeah. All right. She said, go for it. Just make out with her. Well, where I lived in Baltimore, Maryland, they had a place called Ocean City, Maryland, where all the kids, all the families went in the summertime, to take a week off. It was kind of like underaged Vegas. It was like what happens there stays there, because we're not going to go home and see each other in school, so there's no slut shaming or whatever. Sure enough, I went under a hotel with her, and it was the first time I'd ever French kissed a girl ever. I actually think I did kind of well. She didn't complain. And then I got in her pants, and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't even find where the hole was. I was having a pretty difficult time, but by God, I was there in under 10 minutes. Well, everything happened so quickly that by the time we were done making out and she went back to her friend, it was like, now what? We didn't go out on a date. We didn't get to know each other. I just had my hands in your pants and I kissed you, and I was left scratching my head. Well, the next night I saw her and I tried to hang out with her. I said, hey, let's go to the boardwalk. Let's go get a pizza. Let's do something. And her friend had to kind of pull me aside and go, skip town, man. What was the point? I mean, it seemed so empty. Well, you know what? I will tell you the honest truth. So many years later, decades later, I've never once met another girl, another woman, where I was in her pants in 10 minutes or less. Was it because I couldn't have? It's because I didn't want to. There was more. There was sweet anticipation. There was flirting. There was putting each other in the mood. There was getting to know each other. There was kissing. Then there was anticipation of the next step. For gosh sakes, there was getting to the right place for things to happen. Sometimes I wanted to get to know her. I didn't want to rush things. I wanted to savor every little bit of getting to know her because I actually liked her. I liked getting to know her. I liked the fact that this was going somewhere. When you rush things, they're rarely as good as things that you sit back and savor. Consider fast food versus a Michelin-starred restaurant. Guys, what kind of relationships with women do you want to have? What kind of women do you want to have? All these questions are important to ask yourself when you're thinking, oh my goodness, I want to get laid as fast as I can. Guys, women are wonderful. Enjoy the whole process. Oh, and one last thing. When you do finally get her naked, please don't just rip her clothes off. Let her undress, let her do a little dance, let her wiggle out of her underwear after she's had a chance to show off that lingerie for you. I mean, good grief. How many years have you been looking at Victoria's Secret catalogs, drooling over them? Let her unwrap the package slowly. Enjoy yourself. It's one of those measures of mature manhood that women love. Slow down. Get the whole speed to sex mindset out of your mind. Get more women. Get higher quality women. And, your sex life is going to do better too. Until I talk to you again real soon, make sure you go to www.deservewhatyouvant.com where you can pick up my free newsletter where I give you more advice on a daily basis about how to have a superlative life with women. This is Scott McKay from X and Y Communications. Be good out there.